Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com for pricing. Today, we're discussing the white gold Cartier Tank Americaine Chronograph, a timepiece based on the new for 1989 Tank Americaine. It has the longer, thinner, arcing form of the American take on the Cartier Tank. It's also substantially sized. Though 31 millimeters from side to side, it's quite long. 51.8 millimeters from lug to lug, though quite thin as well, 11.7 millimeters thick, with a broad 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. This is a full-size watch, and while the timepiece might be difficult to equate to a round watch, I can tell you from the impression on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist, think of it as approximately a 43 millimeter round watch, and you'll get the general idea. As you can see, it is quite thin. It'll slide underneath the cuff. This is a dress watch. But I would also say that your wrist should be no smaller than 15 centimeters circumference to wear this, because you can see even at 16, these lugs are pushing right out to the edge of my wrist. Now, taking a quick look at the hardware and the software, you'll note that there's a very close junction between strap and case. There's a little bit of a recess in the edge of the watch that allows the strap to sort of interlock and have a bit of countersink, and that permits this very integrated all-of-a-piece look. Now, the strap has a little bit of bolstering, so it swells as it approaches the lugs, and you can see how you have this continuous swell from lug into case band that's thoughtfully rendered. We have calfskin in black, monotone stitch. There's a folded edge. There is some bolstering to give it thickness, and then on the underside, you can see this is a brand new Cartier factory strap. We have the Louis Cartier folding clasp as he designed it back in 1909 when it was, by a large margin, the world's first deployant clasp on a wristwatch. You can see the distinctive form and the crimping system that's used. Note there are no holes on the strap. The strap slides through the buckle, it then gets crimped, and that sizes the watch with all the excess length underneath the strap and hidden from view. And as you can see, it is a 18 karat white gold clasp to match the white gold case. The case is thin but broad. You can see it has an arcing form to it. There's a little bit of a camber or curvature to the case back, but far more to the crystal. It's not easy to achieve water resistance with a crystal of this shape and size, so I give Cartier a lot of credit for rating this a standard dress watch 30 meters. Now you can see that the assembly is robust, with the strap held in by a combination of screws and bars rather than spring bars, so it will stay put quite securely. You also appreciate that there's no conventional bezel here, as the flanks of the case are separate components. Then we have satinated bridges between them, but there is no separate bezel that lifts off. It is an interesting laterally assembled compound case shape. The chronograph pushers are elongated and they have little shoulders. We have a faceted crown with a cabochon end, and you can see it's a small blue spindle designed to look like a sapphire. And then we have the dial, which includes a rosette pattern that radiates out from the center. This is a stamped guilloche as it's described. We have sunken registers for chronograph minutes, chronograph hours, and then constant seconds. We have a triple date, and it does feature a quick set. Note the typeface used for the date is specific to the watch and custom made. You'll also note that it is an semi-instantaneous minute jumper. We will quickly demonstrate that the watch does include a quick set for the date. Always works a little bit better if you find the quick set notch. There it is right there. Flip it all over. I'm going to expand the clasp. And what we have here is a customized Frederic Piguet 1185. So Cartier clearly specified its own finish across the rotor and bridges. You can see the repeating Cartier logo motif, but it's very clearly an 1185 by Frederic Piguet, which is now known as Manufacture Blancpain. So this is a true high horology movement for a high horology watch. We have a column wheel operation with a vertical clutch. Thanks to the column wheel, you get crisp actuation that you can feel and hear when you start the chrono. You also get a start and a stop to the chronograph seconds hand that entails no jumps or staggering. And of course, with the vertical clutch, you can leave the chronograph running full time with no hazard to the watch. The Piguet 1185 beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. It winds unidirectionally. It has a 40-hour power reserve, and it pivots on 37 joules. It is a true thin, automatic, integrated, column wheel, vertical clutch, high horology movement. Just about the only refinement it lacks is some sort of a hacking second. Otherwise, this watch is the full package, a luxury watch from a great brand with a truly accomplished modern classic chronograph caliber. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.